So we could go west on 40 there. We have to turn back around if we're going to go east. That's actually a billiard manufacturing place there on the left. I think that's wild. I'd like to see what they do in there. Make billiard tables. So now we're just like busting tail toward Drexel, which is a little community between Morganton and Valdese on old Highway 70. So we're getting close to that little area there. We don't go on this particular driving tour into Drexel. I think maybe I've posted, I know I've shot some video there of downtown Drexel, but I don't know if I've posted it yet or not. I'm sitting on just hours and hours and hours and hours of video that I've shot and not done anything with. I think this is a pretty little area through here where Settlemyre Nursery is and all that. Just kind of a pretty little farm area. So this is, like I say, we're just between Morganton and Valdese on Drexel Road. One of the things I'm sure I'll find interesting 20 years from now, if I'm still alive and watch this video, are the cars. I like to see, what kind of cars were on the road back in these days. And so hopefully I'll be able to stop these frames and look at them and say, oh, I remember that when that car was on the road. Of course, the front of the hood you're seeing here on this video is a, what is this? It was 2010 or 2011 Honda Civic. Four-door Honda Civic is what that is. Love that maple on the right. Man, that's beautiful. I'm just a big fan of gorgeous fall foliage. And the autumn is my absolute favorite time of the year. I just love to drive around and see the trees. And then I like the dead of winter too, when all the leaves are off the trees and you can see things better, see into yards, even though they're not as green and colorful. It's it's cool to be able to see the views when the leaves are off the trees. So I've got a whole series of driving around videos in the winter when you can actually see a little bit more of what is really there in the town. So it looks like a regular unleaded is 324 at the Citgo there. I wish it'd be fun to have videos back from the 80s when I used to drive around if I had something like this and see back when gas was, I don't know. I can still remember when it went down to like 95 cents or 89 cents a gallon back in the late 80s. I mean, I can remember most of my youth it was around $1, $1.25, something like that. And it's been, quite a few years now. It's been up over $3. And people in the rest of the world are used to paying a lot more for gas than we do here in America. We complain a lot about having to pay $3 or $4 for a gallon of gasoline. I know that just liters of it can cost $4 or $5 in Europe. I was really surprised when I was over in Scotland and Ireland how expensive it was. So this is Highway 70, and this used to be the road that was the only road before Interstate 40. So this is a very old road. And we're driving through parts of Drexel, I guess probably what you would consider eastern Drexel. If we'd gone straight at that light instead of turning right, we would have gone straight into the old Drexel, which is a town built mostly around furniture manufacturing. Now the furniture manufacturing's gone. They're tearing down some of the old factories. But now Highway 70, this stretch of road, just a lot of this and that sort of shops. I mean, it's people selling all kinds of just stuff. You got the tire places here, you got the convenience stores, storage places, antique shops, people just selling stuff out of their yard. It's just unreal what all is up and down this little road here. And of course it's residences, it's businesses. I won't say it's the prettiest part of Burke County anymore, but it's certainly interesting. There's a lot of stuff you can stop, see, and do just riding down Old 70. There's our Pizza Hut. And up here on the right, just in a minute, is where our food line is. It's where a lot of people in Valdese shop for groceries. We don't have many grocery options in Valdese. So a lot of times Nikki and I drive to Morganton to buy our groceries. or even over into western Hickory from where we live on Mineral Springs Mountain. So now we're coming into what I would call the western portion of Valdese. And Valdese, I've done some driving videos of Valdese before, not in the autumn like this. But Valdese is a town that was established by the Waldensian people, who were religiously persecuted for, gee whiz, nearly 1,000 years, I guess. And a lot of them kind of, when overpopulation started happening in the Alps of northern Italy and southern France, then the Waldensian people, a lot of them moved to North Carolina. And so Valdese is the town that they sort of established.